You know, action camera audio has come a long way over the last couple of years, especially with every new version of the GoPro Hero series. And the GoPro Hero 8 is probably got the best audio out of all the GoPros to date. But you know, I've got a solution for a vlogging setup where you can add an external microphone without having to spend all that money on the GoPro media mods, because those are very expensive. And what happens to us GoPro owners that already have the expensive brick audio adapter? Well, I've got a solution from Ulanzi for your GoPro Hero 8 vlogging setup, and that's coming right up. So like I said, you've got yourself a GoPro Hero 8 and you want to be able to get a little bit better audio with it and something maybe to protect the housing a little bit better. Well, it's this new case from Ulanzi. And if you notice on the bottom, you've got the little slot so that you can stick in your audio adapter. You've got two cold shoe mounts. You've got one on the side that you could use if you want to mount the microphone here on the side, or you can actually put an external light, or you can mount your microphone up on top. And it comes with this nifty little, let's call it an elevator or a high-rise cold shoe. So you put this in, and what that'll actually do, it will put the microphone up just a little bit higher so that it doesn't get into the frame of your image when you're recording. Now, another nice thing about this is solid aluminum, so it's very, very, very well made. And it's a threaded 52 millimeter filter mount, so you can add custom filters to it. But the key thing is, I've threaded on one of my other Ulanzi cases from the GoPro Hero 5, I believe, and it came with a little UV glass, so it protects the GoPro Hero 8, and it came with a little lens cover. So with that in place, now it will give me nice protection, and I'm going to show you how we can set this up on the GoPro Hero 8, and then show you a comparison. The GoPro out of the case, a little audio test, and then with the case using the Movo VRX10, a little external microphone with the audio adapter to see how well does it sound. All right, so this is all the stuff that we're going to have with the Ulanzi vlogging setup. Let me get this camera out of the way. This is the new SJ10 Pro. This will be another video. So you've got your GoPro Hero 8 Black. You've got the Ulanzi case. Now what you'll need to do is you can either put on the bottom portion here, which is the GoPro mounting system. You can put it either right onto the cage, or if you're going to do like I'm doing and use it with an audio adapter, and you put this audio adapter plate, it comes with the Allen keys so that you can screw this right into the plate. Like I said earlier, it does not come with a 52 millimeter UV lens on it, but I had a leftover one from one of the other Ulanzi cases, and it just screwed right in there. And it's kind of twofold. It gives a little bit of lens protection since you cannot replace the lens on a GoPro Hero 8, but when you use it, it will block the microphone hole. So let me get this cap off here. So when you've got the GoPro Hero 8 in here, this is where the front-facing microphone will be. So you do get a little bit of protection that you've got this edge right here that will keep anything from hitting the glass of the GoPro Hero 8, but I like to have this on here, so when I do the audio test later on, I'm going to do it with the GoPro Hero 8 just handheld, and then we'll put it into this casing here, audio test with the external audio adapter and this Movo microphone. And like I said, the microphone I'm going to use is the Movo, the VRX10. Great little microphone. Like this guy a lot. I mean, I've done a lot of videos about the Movo microphones, but this thing, I love it. I use it on a Canon M50, which I'm videotaping with right now, and I use it on all my action cameras. And if you haven't seen, I've also used it with my Osmo Action as the ultimate vlogging setup. But back to this right here. So you've got cold shoe that you can use here. You've got one up on top here. And this little sliding drawer, we need to first move out. And all you do is you just slide it right out. And now the back cover on this is a ball bearing loaded back cover. There we go. So before you put your GoPro Hero 8 into this Ulanzi case, the first thing that you need to do is we need to take off the door, which will give us access to the USB Type-C. That just pops off just like that. Now, if you notice here on this side piece of the Ulanzi, it's got a nice, really thick foam material right there. Well, what that does is when you put this back onto the cage, it'll actually press up against the battery to make sure that the battery stays firmly seated in. So now that we've got the back off, we're going to take the GoPro. We're just going to slide this right in. Now there is a rubber mounting on the top, little foam pad right there, that actually helps keep this securely in place. And then we'll slide the back door back onto it. Now it is a firm fit, I will let you know that. But the nice thing is, just because it's a firm fit, it does not scratch your GoPro at all, so you don't have to worry about damaging your GoPro. So now that we've got that in place, now we can slide the Ulanzi door in place. And we'll just find that right there. Slide it up. It is clicked in. Now you've got access to that USB-C. Now, at first I was like, wow, when I stuck the audio adapter in, it was kind of loose inside this housing right here. And then I noticed, there's a little Allen key wrench opening right there, so you can snug it down. Snake this in to here, so that's nice and firm. I'm going to use this. Now you can either use this or take off the little GoPro adapter, and it's got a 1/4-20 screw on the bottom, so you could use like the little Manfrotto mini tripod and use that as a handle. I'm going to use this one for right now, and I'll show you why. What it is about this that I really like is this thing right here. It's a nice handle, but also when you unscrew the bottom, it reveals, spin this around, and this will screw right back into the bottom. Now you got tripod legs. So that's kind of a nifty little design right there with the tripod legs. So we'll screw this off. This goes back in. Put this up here. All right, we've got that screwed in. Cinch it down. Now this opening right here, I was concerned because I was like, wow, there sure is a lot of distance between that and the USB Type-C, but it fits right in. And it just snaps right in, and there you go. Now all that we've got to do is add the microphone. Slip this on, snug that down, bring this around, plug it in, and cap off, shazam. Now you've got yourself a very easy and very effective vlogging setup that you don't have to go out and go spend $79 just for the media mod that'll have an external microphone on the side and also give you the 3.5 millimeter to add on to it. And it doesn't even have the elevated cold shoe for it. And, you know, I'm not trying to bash GoPro, but geez Louise, I mean, when you charge that much money, I'd rather go this route since I already have the audio brick, already got a microphone. Most of us already do have a microphone. And with this setup, you've already got the brick, got the microphone, you just get the housing, and shazam, you're ready to go. Now let's go to an audio test, and then I'll tell you my final thoughts on this. All right, using the GoPro Hero 8, shooting 4K 30 frames per second with the internal microphone. So we'll do a quick little audio test. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. And now to the external vlogging setup with this Movo VRX10. And all right, now with the external audio with the Movo VRX10 and the GoPro Hero 8 Black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So does this Ulanzi answer that question and save you some money so that you don't have to buy that expensive media mod? I think it's a good little purchase. Let's stick it in a computer and see how it sounded. So what are my final thoughts about this Ulanzi ultimate vlogging setup for the GoPro Hero 8 Black? I think, and as you probably heard yourself, there's nothing better than external audio for these action cameras to be able to get a nice, crisp, robust sound, because you know the built-in microphones on these action cameras are not that great, and especially when you're thinking that they have a membrane on them for the waterproof cameras like the GoPro Hero 5, 6, 7, and now the 8 Black. That little membrane does have, it's a barrier between the actual pickup of the microphone versus capturing your audio. I like the build quality of this Ulanzi, and I will say one thing, I have to hand it to Ulanzi because they really think outside of the box with all of these cool little gadgets that are complementary to whatever it is you have, whether it's the Osmo Action, the GoPro Hero 5, 6, 7, 8 series, the Osmo Pocket. Ulanzi has a lot of items. What I'll do is I'll put a product link in the description below to this vlogging case. I'll try to find where I found this dude at, the one with the little tripod on the bottom, and if I find out which one that was, I'll go ahead and put a product link to that one down in the description below as well, and also to the Movo VRX10. I can't tell you enough how much I really enjoy Movo products because you get a great bang for the buck. Now, there's a lot of people that will talk about DET and about Rode, and yes, those are quality microphones, no doubt. I'd like to have a DET. By the way, DET, Andrew, I think that's your name. Send me one. I'd like to test it out. But when you're on a budget and you're trying to get the best bang for your buck, the Movo series is virtually impossible to beat because that little VRX10 to me sounds like a very good little microphone. So until the next video, hope you guys have yourself a good one. And yes, the SJ10 Pro, that video will be coming up pretty soon. We're doing a lot of testing with it, but so far, so good. Until next one, talk to you later. Bye-bye.